Hello and welcome to another installment of Pokemon Run and Bun. Just wanted to check and make sure that my microphone is working this time. I'm having a bit of a difficult time because I can't really tell. I was hoping I'd be able to see the live stream, but otherwise I can't really check. Okay, this is a little bit annoying. I have to do this to check it. Alright, microphone is working. Okay, so last time we had defeated Leader Roxanne, the second gym leader in this ROM hack, at the cost of 2 of our Pokemon. I believe that we had lost Diggersby and Octillery. Both very good mons for us. And our box is starting to look a little thin. We did level everybody up. And we do have to plan for the next fight. Just have to update the scripting really quick. Okay. Get everyone in the calculator. Okay, Magnemite has evolved, Carvana has evolved, Chinchou has evolved. I think those are the only 3 that have evolved since last time. Alright, so we have already caught our Route 116 encounter. That was the route east, north and east of the gym. We had caught a Nidoking, who was very useful in taking down the Aurorus on Roxanne's team. That was really the only reason he was there. But now we have to plan for youngster Joey, brand new trainer. Starts with a Raticate, very fast. Guts and Muscle Band. We don't have a fighting type. Let's try Nidoking. He is faster. He basically 2-shots with any move and doesn't take a lot of damage except from Zen Headbutt. But Zen Headbutt crit never kills, and we always take it out. If we give the Poison Barb, can we one-shot it? It says that we can with Poison Jab. Not that it really matters, because it'll be we'll be able to take it out no matter what, so I don't know if Poison Barb is necessary. Linoon is slower and does less damage, and then Pidgeotto does even less, so I think it'll just be a team order. Boosted Retaliate could be annoying. Crit, 55% plus. Okay, so we do have to be a little bit careful with this because of Boosted Retaliate. But we can just switch to Dreadnought, I think. And then we'd have to switch on the Seed Bomb to Houndoom, maybe. Yeah, and then we can take it out with, well, not necessarily. We can just bring, we bring Nidoking, Dreadnought, Houndoom, Magneton, Boltund, and Lantern. We've got 3 electric types. only 2 water types now, and this should be fine, since we're technically over-leveled now. Alright, we need Dreadnought over Sharpedo. We'll grab Boltund over Staravia, and then Houndoom. Okay, let's see. I think they should be Oran Berries. Cherry Berry on you. Not really sure why. I guess in case of Body Slam paralysis on the Aurorus last time. I can take the black glasses off of you. We'll just give Oran Berries, I think. Because we're faster than the lead Raticate. Alright. Should be good to go. Let's just check and see if anyone can one-shot this Raticate. Not quite. No black glasses. I just want to see if we can save some time with a guaranteed one-shot, but it doesn't look like it. Magneton, probably not. Close. It should be fine. I'm not really worried. Yeah, we'll be fine. Youngster Joey should be right up here. We've not fought any of the trainers over here yet. That should be Youngster Joey. Yes, it is. So we will just... it doesn't really matter what we use here, but we'll double kick. Sucker Punch is annoying. Alright, Pidgeotto comes in. It can't really do anything to us. We just Poison Jab. And then another. Retaliate is a little dangerous, so we switch here on the Retaliate, and then we switch again on the Seed Bomb. Flame Burst twice. There's Joey down. Pretty easy. Just go back and heal. Next trainer is Lass Janice, who starts with a Oricorio. It is rather fast, but a Wild Charge should always outspeed and take it out. We will take some quite a bit of recoil, 20%, but we take it out with Wild Charge, and then Whimsicott should come in for either Grass Whistle or Energy Ball, because we'll be at 79%, which should be 68. 69 HP, it's either Energy Ball, but crit never kills, Grass Whistle, or Dazzling Gleam, so we can just give Boltund a Chesto Berry in case he gets Grass Whistled, take it out with 2 Psychic Fangs, and then Brionne comes in and we destroy it with a Wild Charge. So we're completely fine. Just lead with Boltund and give it a Chesto Berry. One of only 9 that we have. We might want to try to save Chesto Berries here soon, but it works, so I don't think there's really any reason to do anything more complex. Alright, we Wild Charge. Should be fine. There's Whimsicott, we Psychic Fangs. Energy Ball, I think, is what happened, but we're fine. And then with Brion, we are at 39 HP. We're at 45%. Wild Charge only does 18%. Yeah. We're free to do Wild Charge here. Alright. We saved the Chesto Berry anyway. Didn't need to use it. Alright, next is technically 2 fights in a row. It will be first Rich Boy Dawson, and then after that is a double battle that we have to fight immediately after, because if we don't, there's a rare candy up there that will be permanently lost to us that we need. So we have to plan this out in advance. So we will probably just be using our current team, I think, because the lead is Simipour Masquerain, and Bolton can absolutely destroy. With Intimidate, though, it is a little bit annoying. It's not guaranteed kill on Masquerain, but it is a guaranteed kill on Simipour, and we are faster. So we can take out Simipour straight away. If we do that, we will be taking 21% in recoil damage, which will take us to 78%. Yeah, so it takes us to 68 HP. And then Masquerain should be using Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz crit never kills. So Bolton is always safe. What we could do is we could lead Lantern instead. But then it's baiting Grass Knot and Giga Drain, which is a little bit scary. If I lead Magneton Lantern, I can just launch a Discharge here. We are slower than both of them. Okay, so 22... 33.7% and 68.7%. So that there is a risk of double crit into Magneton. But I'm assuming the damage would always be Bug Buzz and Water Pledge into Magneton, because they see that as highest damage. And then Bug Buzz special defense drop wouldn't happen until after. I really don't want to risk Magneton to a Wayward crit, but Discharge would just take out Simipour and almost Masquerain at the same time. There's a range for it. And then we'd be in a good position. Is there a better way? Boltund again would have to be... would take out one of them. And then Lantern doesn't really do it. Shockwave is nice, but we could just leave the Simipour alone, honestly, like paralyze it or something, but then it goes for Icy Wind, and then We're slower, so we kind of have to take them both out. Boltund can take out... Not if they're Intimidate. Keep forgetting. It's a range to kill. Same for Magneton. It's a range against Masquerain. Not sure why Discharge is a lower range to kill. Shockwave is less damage. Oh, because it's spread move. Discharge hits both slots, so the damage is calculated differently. So because we go last... Oh wait, Magneton's actually faster than Masquerain by 1 point. That's crazy. So what we can do is Boltund versus Simipour at -1 still always takes it out. And then because Magneton is 1 point faster than Masquerain at 56, Discharge now should not do spread damage because there's only one Pokemon on the field. So Discharge should always take it out because the damage should go up because there's only one Pokemon on the field. So we lead that, and then in comes Perugly and Sneasel against Magneton and Boltund. So Perugly, Boltund has taken about that much damage, 69. Well, let's see. Against this, it would have, yeah. So we're basically at either 69 or 68 HP. So Perugly comes in, still in doubles. It's... Fake Out should probably go first. It is first turn out. So it's always Fake Out into either slot, which is fine. So it's always Fake Out from Perugly, and then Sneasel sees highest damage knockoff into Boltund, unless we don't have an item. Then it's always Ice Punch. So it's always Ice Punch into Boltund, but it is slower. And Wild Charge at -1 doesn't kill. So it's always Ice Punch into Boltund or Brick Break into Magneton. So Magneton's still at full HP. Brick Break crit never takes us out. It's most likely Brick Break. It could be Knockoff if we put a berry on. But if we do no berry, then it's always Brick Break. Yeah. So it's either Ice Punch or Brick Break, and then Fake Out is random. We probably just Mirror Shot and hope or into Sneasel, and then we switch Boltund into, like, Dreadnought. Because Ice Punch against Dreadnought barely does anything. And then we're in a pretty good position, so I don't think we really need to switch our team up at all. We just have to see what we do with this guy. Because we have to deal with Rich Boy Dawson first. Choppleberry is a little bit annoying. So if we put the, once again, the Poison Barb here, can we one-shot? Poison Barb. Poison Barb. Not quite. It's a range. We could eat its berry. We could eat the Choppleberry berry and then double kick it. Because, without the Chopple, double kick always kills and we're faster. So we do that. In comes, Gyarados. And so long as we're above 80 HP, Poison Jab with Poison Barb always kills. And if not, then we can just bring in like Lantern or something and Shockwave always kills. We're slower, so we do need, yeah, we're fine. Yeah. If we need Magneton here, we can do it too. Not quite. But we should be okay. We just need to make sure that we have healing items, like potions and stuff. We have a bunch of berries, but we need those for held items. So we have no potions, which we need to buy. Check our team. Lead with Boltund and... No. We lead Magneton and Boltund against the second group. We give the Poison Barb here. There it is. Okay, we need some potions. We could go back to Slateport, because they are cheaper items there. But let's see if we have anything to sell. I don't think we do, yeah. We have one potion and one super potion. We need a little bit more, I think. Revives we can sell. Okay. And then, yeah. Let's just check the price differences. Potions are 200. Super potions are 700. And I do apologize, but I'm going to go back to Slateport briefly to see. There's other healing items that are potentially less money to buy. They cost less. So 200 for potion, 700 for super potion. The items should be right up here. Do you sell them? No. It's someone over here. Yeah, okay. So 200 for a potion, 700 for super. So super potions heal 60 points. So energy patterns are just better. Better cost effectiveness. So we're gonna buy... We can buy like 10 for now. And then I don't think there's any status here. Paralysis maybe, but we have cherry berries for that. But we can grab the heal powders anyway. We can grab 10 of those. They're basically full heals. Alright, so we got our healing items. Now we can go back. And we should be ready to take on Rich Boy Dawson and the duo up there, whose names I don't remember. And we did wait. We originally tried to plan it before Roxanne, I think, but it was... Before I forget, let's go over here. cut down this tree. And also a couple items in the forest we can get. I don't think any of them will be helpful here. There's a tiny mushroom. She gives us a miracle seed. There should be an item up here. A move. Magical leaf, that's very nice. Do we even have... We have one grass type, and it's Grottle. Alright, silver powder. I think that's everything here. I don't remember anything else, but... We'll check the item list really quick. Okay. Rare candy behind Rich Boy Dawson, so that's what we're gonna get here in a minute. Okay, well, this is... Alright. Items... all sold at Mauville and Petalburg. Have to zoom in here. Okay, so it was the Miracle Seed, the Silver Powder. Yeah, and then we got a Tiny Mushroom. Which is just sold for money. So I think we're good to go. I suppose we could give Nidoking the Silver Powder to increase the power of Bug Bite, but it's really not necessary. Just to do a little extra damage to Komala. We should be completely fine. I don't see any potential danger, really. Alright. So this is a miniature back-to-back, which means we fight one trainer, and then immediately after we have to fight two more, with no break in between. We should be good. I'm a little nervous, but... Alright, so we Bug Bite here to eat the Chopple Berry. Sucker Punch doesn't matter. Now we double kick here. Yeah. In comes Gyarados. Intimidate. I did forget about Intimidate. We do have the Poison Barb. Does that help us? If not, we can just switch, but I just want to see. We are at -1. No. Okay. So we need to switch into Boltund now, who takes 40 damage from Dragon Rage, and then takes 24% recoil damage from Wild Charge. Always kills the Gyarados, always faster. Completely free, I think. 24%. I think we're completely safe. We Wild Charge. Yeah, we're safe. Alright, now we go to our bag. We'll use a Super Potion first on Curious. Full HP. And then the potion we'll use on Nidoking. So everyone's full HP. We want to lead Boltund. We switch him here. And Magneton. We want to give a berry to Nidoking. Against the, I almost called it Delcatty. Pure Ugly. Per Ugly. We could give a Chesto because of the speed tie. It's not the first turn out, so Yeah, we could give a Nidoking a Chesto in case he's needed. But then, if we need him, Ice Fang or Ice Punch is a lot of damage. Not that much, really. Like, only crit is scary. I'll give Playful a Chesto as well. We'll just pop a few Chestos on the things we need for Perugly and Sneasel, in case they get hypnotized. And then the rest can have Oran Berries. So just triple check here. Okay. So Boltund lead against Simipour. Takes it out with Wild Charge. And then Masquerain always gets taken out by Discharge. Should. Lumberry. That's fine. Okay. I think we're good to go. Alright, Simipour and... Right. Okay, that's annoying. So, this... is already a mistake. Okay, so now Perugly's out with Simipour, and it wants to fake out Boltund, I imagine. Alright, this is annoying, because I didn't think Perugly would come out first. I guess I should have known, because the first two are on one kid, and the other two are on the other kid. So we're at full HP. Perugly is incentivized to use Fake Out. Fake Out crit is 25% plus Water Pledge crit is 72%. So we're always safe, barely. This is really annoying. Already going wrong. Icy Wind is coming. I think we discharge with charged, and we Psychic Fangs just in case, and discharge. Right, discharge hits everything. So we will switch in Vehemence, because he's immune to electric, and then we will discharge. Why did it fake out Magneton? I guess it's either slot, huh? That's really unfortunate, because now I have to switch again. This is already going very badly. Okay, so now it's always... It could be Super Fang, Hypnosis, Fake Tears, whatever. This is really, really annoying. It should always be Water Pledge into either slot. Could be Icy Wind again. Okay. So Vehemence is at 81 HP. So he's at 82%. He's at -1 speed. So he's slower than both. Yeah, Water Pledge is too scary. So we have to switch to Delight and then Discharge again. Fake Tears, that's okay. We'll take a bit more damage, but we'll heal it with Discharge. Volt Absorb, we heal, and we hit both Simipour and Pure Ugly. Simipour's gone. Pure Ugly takes a bit of damage and gets parried. Has a Lumberry, so it doesn't really matter. Next should be Masquerain. Yep. Intimidate does not matter. Okay, so Delight is full HP, but is at -2 special defense because of Fake Tears. And -1 speed. That doesn't really matter. Masquerain should always see Giga Drain into Lantern. Small chance for Bug Buzz, but... so Giga Drain into Lantern and Random Move into Lantern, except for Fake Out. Okay, so Giga Drain and Random Move. We could switch back in Nidoking on the Giga Drain. Yeah. Does Nidoking have a Chesto? Yes. Giga Drain. We could also go into Houndoom, who takes even less. It should never be Bug Buzz, because we're at -2. There is a small chance for it, so there's a 5% chance. So I think Nidoking is the better play. So we switch once again to Nidoking, and we Discharge again. Yeah, this should be good damage. I think Nidoking is always safe. Super Fang should not matter. Yep, there's the Bug Buzz. Okay. I forgot Discharge also hit your partner, but it's working out so far. We got the range on Masquerain. Pure Ugly should also go down now. So now it's literally just Sneasel, and we should be in the win condition from here. Because Vehemence is not faster, but... Okay, so Vehemence is at 41 versus Sneasel. Sneasel outspeeds, always sees Ice Punch into Nidoking, and we need to switch. So we can just switch in Dreadnought, and then against Magneton we are at 50 HP. So Magneton's at 50. Either Brick Break or Knock Off. I think we're safe from crits either way. 55% and 52%. We're always safe to just launch a Mirror Shot. And Mirror Shot should just straight up take it out. So we switch Nidoking out into Dreadnought. And then we Mirror Shot the Sneasel. And we should be okay. There's the Ice Punch. Mirror Shot should take it out. Oh, it had a Focus Sash. I don't think that changes anything. Yeah, we're still completely safe. So we just Rock Tomb and, like, Shockwave. Does not matter. Oh, we lost an Oranberry. Oh no. Alright, that's the end of the battle. Alright, do not forget. We go down here and we grab this. We got a rare candy. Alright, now we go back and we heal. That was a little bit scary. We did have to steer because I planned wrong. I just didn't know which Pokemon came out where, but we made it work. -1 Oranberry or whatever. Alright, next up is Bug Catcher Jose. And we've got a Pinsir up first. Let's start with Houndoom and see how he does. Flame Burst seems to take it out in one shot, so we can do that. Should be completely fine. Next to come in should be Durant with First Impression. I don't know if it sees First Impression as highest damage because of it does not see priority moves, but they're both slower anyway, so it should just be team order. We should be able to just sweep through with Houndoom, so that's what we should be able to do. If there's an emergency, we can probably switch to something. Houndoom, we switch here, give an Oranberry back to charged. Okay. Should be completely fine. Mostly because we are 9 or 10 levels above every trainer over here, because we chose to do the gym first. Alright, this should be the Bug Catcher. Should be completely free. Flame Burst once. We were always safe from First Impression crit, so. But again, we're -1 berry. Not quite. Alright, so we go back, we heal, plan for the next trainer. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the trainers on this route pretty quickly, because there are quite a few. Alright, next one is Lady Sarah. Starts with Granbull. Okay, Granbull. Nidoking would be useful here, but we get intimidated, so. Can we do it with Poison Barb? Probably not, right? It'll be close. Poison Barb. If we're at -1. Yeah, not quite. So it's a 2-shot no matter what. And this thing has a Citrus Berry, Bulk Up. I think we just put the Poison Barb on Nidoking anyway, just so we do enough damage even through Citrus. And then, but Play Rough, Attack Drop, Crunch, Defense Drop. Should be able to take it out. And then Galarian, or Berserker comes in. Iron Tail actually does a decent amount of damage against us. even though we're faster. So, switch to... Why does this thing have thunder? That's so random. We can switch to Delight. On this, it does no damage. If it starts using Hone Claws, then we could be in trouble, but a couple Bubble Beams should be enough to take it out. Or we could even switch to Houndoom and just Flame Burst it, because Iron Tail crit. 66% plus Bullet Punch crit never kills. It's close, though. It's 86 plus 7%. It's a little bit scary, but Thunder should never happen because it'll be coming in on Nidoking. So we give Nidoking the Poison Barb. I don't think he already's holding it. We'll see. Held item. Poison Barb. Okay. Actually, can we do better? Not quite, because it has Brick Break. Mirror Shot just one-shots it, actually, and we're faster. How? That's so weird that we're faster. And Mirror Shot's a special move, so Intimidate doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, we just lead Magneton, but if we do that, then we're stuck with the Berserker. We're locked in there with it because of Magnet Pull. But we just two-shot it with either Discharge or Shockwave, so it's really not scary. We'll let Magneton shine. It's just easier this way. Lady Sarah. Alright, Lady Sarah's right here. We Mirror Shot. Berserker comes in, Shockwave. I don't know what it did. Hone Claws maybe, but we're completely fine. Barely took any damage. Magneton just soloed. It feels so good to just be able to speed through trainers like this. Alright, next up is School Kid Karen. Starts with Tangela. Okay, let's try Houndoom. Houndoom always takes it out with Flame Burst. We're faster. No Focus Sash. Yeah. No risk of Stun Spore or Ancient Power or anything. Next to come in will be Cramorant, because even though it is slower, it sees highest damage with Surf. Surf or Whirlpool. So we check Raichu. Raichu is also slower. So. And sees even less damage with Surf because it's not Stab. So either Surf or Whirlpool. We can just switch in to Magneton. And we're not faster, actually. We switch into Lantern. Yeah. Citrus Berry is a little annoying, but Shockwave always takes it out. And then Raichu, Grass Knot always... Oh. Really? Alright, Extreme Speed always happens, and yeah, we can just take it out. No issues here. We just lead with Houndoom, and the rest should be fine. I will switch Nidoking out, just in case. It is a ground type, but they both have water moves, so let's see if it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, we're not really afraid of this. Not Surf from Raichu anyway, but Surf from Cramorant would be a little bit more scary. More faster, so we'll just go into it. No need to be overly cautious. Okay, school kid Karen should be right here. She doesn't look like a school kid, but appearances can be deceiving, I suppose. Yeah, there's school kid. Flame Burst. Here comes Cramorant. We switch in Lantern here. Whirlpool, that's fine. Shockwave. Raichu. We can stay in and do a Bubble Beam, I think, is highest damage. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, but just want to check. Bubble Beam is highest. Extreme Speed Crit does like 29%, so we're always safe. 70 HP, we're still safe. 48 HP, I just want to double check. 39%. Yeah, we're always safe. Just Bubble Beam once more. Defeated School Kid Karen, -1 Oran Berry. Alright, next up is... Oh good, Hiker Clark with 2 Dugtrios, who are faster than everything I have. Fun times, okay. Sharpedo does not outspeed either of them. Does Aqua Jet do... Aqua Jet just straight up takes it out, that's funny. That might be what we do, actually. It says we're slower, but Aqua Jet says that it always takes out the first Dugtrio. Any move would, but we need to be faster. So we would use Aqua Jet, and then the second one comes in. Aqua Jet says it still kills. So I'm gonna refresh the calculator to make absolutely positive this is correct, because I'm not losing my Sharpedo to a stupid Diglett. Alright, 110% and 100%. Focus Sash Reversal. There we go. No... Okay. Earthquake Crit never takes us out. So we are speed tied. So Ice Fang Crit would do 95%. So 5% would be 3 HP. Yeah. So we would need to switch, I think. Because we can't risk Ice Fang accidentally critting if we win the speed tie. Play around our own crit, that's a first. So it should always be Earthquake. Could we switch in Grotle here? Could we bring Grotle? Ironhead flinches would be annoying. But I think we bring Grotle. Or how about... Nidoking on an Earthquake is not smart. So we just bring Grotle over like Boltund or something, and we should be able to take it from there. But we bring Sharpedo and Grotle. Over Magneton and Boltund.
Is that cobbler yours?
Yeah, you can have some if you want.
There's like a very little bit of that.
Love you.
You like cobbler?
Sometimes. Alright, so we lead with Sharpedo. No items should be necessary. Grotle needs a Oran Berry. Where's the berries? There we go. Okay. Let's just check that Dreadnought, if we need it, can clutch up, because it does have shell armor. Slower, yeah, we can do good damage with Razor Shell. So long as we break its focus sash. Alright, we should be good to go. I just noticed that I have a lot of ground type weaknesses, which is not good. Like 4 of the Pokemon on my team are weak to ground. So we'd really only be using Jaded, Grit, and maybe Playful. Here, we wouldn't risk anybody else, unless we're faster.
Did your mother make that cobbler, or is it from somewhere?
I'm not sure.
It tastes really good.
Alright, next trainer. Hiker Clark, I think it was. I don't think this is a double battle. Yeah, I think we're safe. We're going to go over here first to check it out. We get some berries. Rost berries. Oran. Oh, Chestos. Very nice. We got a ton of Chesto berries and 86 Rost berries, I think. Very nice. Don't need any of those right now. This should be Hiker Clark. The guy in green is not a trainer. We don't have to worry about him. This should be Hiker Clark. I'm going to save just in case. If this is not Hiker Clark, then I will reset. It is. So Aqua Jet should always kill here. Yep. There's the second one. We switch to Grit. We Sand Tomb. And then Seed Bomb. There we go. Hiker Clark defeated. -1 Oranberry. I'm going to run this way just for fun. So we go back, we heal. And I think there's one more battle over there, and then we get a new encounter in Rust Turf Tunnel. So, next one is Hiker Devon. Starts with Primeape with Defiant. So we don't want to lead and intimidate Pokemon. Sorry, Staravia. Boltund. You should be able to take care of this, right? Boltund. Psychic Fangs always takes it out. We're always faster. No Focus Sash. Excellent. Boltund takes care of that. Next to come in will probably be Gligar. Because it sees it out damages us with Stomping Tantrum. So we... who do we bring for this, though? Probably Sharpedo again. Because Stomping Tantrum crit never kills, and then we take it out. We're always faster. Hyper Cutter. Either Surf or Ice Fang will take it out. It has no berry or anything. In comes Dreadnought. And then we can switch to either like Magneton or... Yeah, we switch in Magneton. Alright, so we need Magneton, we need Sharpedo, and we need Boltund against these three. I'll bring Dreadnought, Nidoking, and Lantern as well for backup. Boltund and Magneton. Alright, we lead with Boltund. And then we have Sharpedo for the Gligar, and then Magneton for the Dreadnought. Should be fine. Chesto Berry. Okay, I think only Magneton needs a berry. We'll give him an Oran. Maybe Delight as well, just in case. Alright. Should be good to go. I believe Hiker Devon was his name. And he should be the final trainer over here. Pretty sure. Alright. Yeah. So we talked to this guy. Gives us an Ultra Ball. Alright, so there's Hiker Devon. He's blocking the way. We talked to him. Psychic Fangs should always kill. Here comes Gligar with Stomping Tantrum. Rough Skin hurts, that's fine. We'll do Ice Fang here. In comes Dreadnought, we switch to Charged. Rock Polish completely fine. Does Discharge kill Dreadnought? Yes. Hope we don't get Rock Slide flinched into oblivion. We did not. Okay, so now we get a chance at another encounter. A new area. Rust Turf Tunnel. Looks like it's mostly ground types. Or rock types. We've got 20% chance for Trapinch. 15% chance for Gligar. 10% Swinub, 10% Sandile, 10% Rockruff. Okay, 20% Teddy Ursa, that could be useful later. Geodude Alolan, or Roggenrola. All of these I'm pretty much fine with. The only issue is that if we run into a ground type, we can't really status it. Because we only have electric moves for status to paralyze. We could bring Weepinbell to try and get a status in, but Weepinbell is pretty weak, so I would be a little bit afraid to try and status with it. Because we do have Sleep Powder here. We'll bring... It should be fine, we're level 32. Switch out Boltund. We'll bring Groddle as well, in case we need to switch. We're not bringing Magneton in there. It's a death sentence. Who else? There's also rock types, so I think this team is fine. We will give the Wide Lens held item to Weepinbell. Increases accuracy by 10%, so now its Sleep Powder is 99% accurate, or 88% accurate. Hopefully we don't get arena trapped by a Trapinch. That would be very bad. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping to see Teddy Ursa because it turns into a very powerful Pokemon later down the line. The next gym is Electric, so ground type here would also be good. Alright, Rust Turf Tunnel. In we go. We do get an item in the form of a Hardstone. Yep. And now we turn off the Repel. I don't think there's any reason to wait. I'm just going to check. Rust Turf. There's no Rock Smash. It's just the land. So, here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got Trapinch. We're going to try to put it to sleep. We got it. We'll try a Pokeball first. It immediately woke up. We Sleep Powder again. Alright. Where's our Pokeballs? Here they are. Crap, I forgot to buy Pokeballs. We'll keep going. Oh, excellent. Female Trapinch. What should we name this? How about... I don't think we've done Serene yet, have we? I like Serene. If we've done it already, I'll change it, but... I don't know why, I just get a Serene feeling from this. Alright. Turn the repellent back on. And we're going to go back to the Poke Center to check it. Unsure how good Trapinch is. I know it evolves into a dragon type. So it's... For the future, currently, it's our only dragon type. It's also a ground type for the electric gym. So pretty good, I think. One of the more common encounters. Probably has Arena Trap. Adamant is excellent. Plus attack. IVs, pretty good. 25 HP, 14 attack, 30 special defense, 15 speed. 3 defense isn't great, 0 special attack isn't great, but Adamant Nature is really, really good. We are going to take a look at this. Trapinch. Alright. Trapinch. Okay. Learns... What level was it? 14? So it should know Bite, Bug Bite, Mud Slap, and Dig. It'll learn Sand Tomb, Rock Slide, Bulldoze, Crunch. We could wait to get Leech Life from it. It evolves at level 30. We would have to use our rare candy to give it Leech Life, which I don't know if that's necessary. We would miss out on it otherwise. We just would not get it. I feel like we probably want to wait for Leech Life, right? It's a strong bug type move. We don't have any bug types currently. It wouldn't be particularly useful against the electric gym, but it would be a good move to have. Bulldoze. Honestly, we might just keep it as a Trapinch and use it in the electric gym as is, because its attack stat goes way down once it evolves into Vibrava. And then it evolves at level 40 into Flygon. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, the only way we'd be able to get Leech Life is if we keep it as a Trapinch. I don't know if we'll even need it for the electric gym or not. I assume we would. Because ground type. We can level it up to like level 28 and get Bulldoze and stuff on it, and then go from there. Just remember not to level past 30. Sand Tomb will learn over Mud Slap. Rock Slide. I think we just learn this over Bite. Bulldoze, yep. Dig does take 2 turns. Sand Tomb is good chip damage. It would not get Stomping Tantrum until later. We'll learn it over Sand Tomb. Crunch we will learn over Bug Bite because we can reteach Bug Bite at any point by going back to the woods, to Petalburg Woods. Alright. Level 28. We'll put it back in the box for now. We probably will end up needing it here soon, but... Move items. Have to put them back in the bag. There we go. Alright, all the items are off. I don't think there's a trainer in Rust Turf Tunnel. I'm going to bring up the map. Rust Turf Tunnel. Not sure why it's green like this. Okay, so Hiker Mike is next and will block us from the next area. So we need to look up Hiker Mike. Oh, right. All the gym trainers are listed after for some reason. Hiker... Wait, Breeder Lydia. Where's Hiker Mike? Here he is. Okay. Starts with a Sandaconda with Sand Spit, which means that if it ever gets hit by a move, it sets up Sandstorm. Okay. Maybe we can knock it out with Surf? It looks like we can. We're faster. It has a Lumberry. I just want to check the specifics of Sand Spit. If it's any move or if it's a physical move. When hit by an attack. Okay, that's annoying. So it'll set up Sandstorm no matter what. Because the only way we could... Yeah, we don't even have Poison Powder or anything on anybody. Maybe we should have kept Poison Powder, but it wouldn't really matter. We could have tried to stall it, but it would have cured with Lumberry anyway, so... Looks like we might have to get through this with Sandstorm. So we can one-shot the Sandaconda with Surf, and then in comes, what, Probopass or Stoutland? Probably Stoutland for Play Rough, and then it is Sand. Now it says it's random between Play Rough, Howl, or Submission, which is a little bit annoying. Okay. What about Probopath? Oh, wait, it has Sand Rush. Yeah. That's fun. Okay. Well, it says it's always Play Rough. Well, most of the time. Howl would be bad. So we could switch to Nidoking, perhaps. Nidoking doesn't quite do it. What about Magneton? No, that's too risky. I think Nidoking is the play here, because it doesn't take Sandstorm damage. If it gets attack dropped by Play Rough on the switch-in, then we're kind of in trouble, but I think he can handle it. We need the Cherry Berry in case of Body Slam paralysis. If it is Stoutland next, it should be after Sand Spit activates. If it's Probopass for some reason, then... yeah. Honestly, I think... he does also have a Clefable, which is annoying. And it has Magic Guard, so it doesn't take damage from sand. Okay, we only have we have 3 Pokemon that don't take damage from sand, and that's Dreadnought, Magneton, and Nidoking. We kind of need Nidoking for Clefable. What about Magneton? Can you do it? Not with Mystical Fire. We are faster. Can Dreadnought take on Stoutland? Kinda. Rock Tomb with Hardstone. Muscle Band, maybe? We can get the Muscle Band before this. Where is it? Muscle Band. Not quite. Let's try the Hardstone. We can barely do it with 2 Rock Slides. But it has a Lumberry, which is nice. We'd be switching in on a Play Rough, though. So, 25% plus 80% is 100%. So, we do still kind of have to use Nidoking on Stoutland. We can switch out when we need to. Just put a Cherry Berry for Paralysis. Switch in on a Body Slam, and then we're completely safe. Give it the Hardstone. No, that's why. We would have to risk a Paralysis. Because only Hardstone 2 shots. If we do damage with Nidoking, though, like 40% plus... Yeah. We can put a Cherry Berry on him. Alright, so we need Sharpedo up front to Surf to kill the Sandaconda. Sandspit activates, and then it might be Probopass next with Thunderbolt. Slower and out damages. Faster and out damages. So it should always be Stoutland. We switch in Nidoking, and then we can kind of go from there. Okay, so Nidoking needs a Cherry Berry. Dreadnought needs a Cherry Berry. Ugh. Probopass has Earth Power. That's not good. We can't use Magneton against Probopass. We can use Magneton. We probably shouldn't even bring Magneton to this. It takes too much damage from everything. Everything has good coverage, so we replace Magneton with Houndoom, I think. Because even though Houndoom also takes a lot of damage, he is faster, or would be faster than at least Clefable. And he can take Earth Power better. Not by much. Sand Force is scary. Maybe Grotle is better. Not by much. Yeah. What does Nature Power turn into here? In a cave. Power Gem. Rock type. Wouldn't do anything against any of this. But I think Grotle is the better option. Boltund can do good damage. Can still get paralyzed by Body Slam because it's stupid. Has a Lumberry. So we just put Cherry Berries on Boltund, Dreadnought, and Nidoking, and then Lantern probably will be used against Probopass. The sand is really messing us up. Earth power does so much. Wish I had a way to change the weather, but you know how it be. I think it's Oran berries on Grottle and Lantern. Sharpedo. Can't do much. Kind of. Not really. Okay. I think we can do it. We just need 3 cherry berries and 3 Oran berries. Boltoned over... well... Alright. Cherry berry to you. Cherry berry to you. And cherry berry to you. And then Oran berries everywhere else. And just make sure. Yep. Alright. So we lead with Sharpedo. Surf should always kill. Just gonna double check this really quick. Sharpedo, Sandaconda, Surf always kills. It'll activate Sand Spit, and then we'll go from there. It's gonna be annoying. I'm just glad there's no Sand Veil here. Sand Veil being something that improves your evasion if you're in a sandstorm. Makes them harder to hit. We don't have to worry about it, thank goodness. We talk to this guy. We break the rock. He gave us Rock Tomb, I think. Let's check our bag. I think he gave us Rock Tomb. We already have it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck. We surf. There's Sandstorm. Alright, in comes Stoutland. In the sand. We are at, what, 82? I think it's always Play Rough. From Stoutland. It's either Play Rough, Submission, or Howl. So we switch in Nidoking, hope for no Howl. Because then it can get really scary. There's Play Rough, excellent. Nidoking is in, no attack drop, still slower. Double kick is highest damage no matter what. Speed dropping this is not really worth it. Is it? Because it would take like 3... Only 2 speed drops to make it slower than us. It has a Lumberry. I think we start, no, it'd be Poison Jab. So we double kick for highest damage. Okay, that's scary. We double kick again. We have to. And that's why we had the Cherry Berry. Okay. Any move kills now. We're at 25 HP. It's at +1. It says it's always Body Slam. So I can go into Dreadnought here. Hope for no para, and then we should be safe. It says it's always body slam. I don't know if I believe it. We'll see. Okay, good. I think we're safe. Alright, in comes Probo Pass. We're at 21 HP. Probo Pass. Should always see... Okay, it's random move, unfortunately. I think we go to Grottle on the random move, because it takes the least amount from everything. Nidoking is too low. Lantern takes too much from Earth Power. So I think we go to Grottle and see what happens. Alright, we go to Grottle. Power Gem, that's annoying. We're now at 47 HP, which is also annoying. Now it's either Power Gem or Flash Cannon. Sand Tomb is highest damage, so we just kind of have to chip it with Sand Tomb. We're faster. Flash Cannon. Alright, we're at 13 HP. It's a random move again. Yeah, it's like 1% to be Thunderbolt, so we have to switch in... Who do we have? Can Jaded take it out? Not if it's Thunderbolt. But it's pretty much never Thunderbolt. Jaded should always survive. And then Surf doesn't quite take it out, unfortunately. Bolton can't do much to this. We don't have Magneton or Staravia. Alright. So right now, we can switch in Bolton, Lantern, or Sharpedo. I think Lantern is the best play. And start doing Bubble Beams. Just hope for no Earth Power. Power Gem, that's fine. We Bubble Beam for highest damage. Alright, I think we're faster than this. 52-33. I think that's 26%. We'll find out. I kind of just have to stay in. Excellent. Alright, here comes Clefable. 26 HP. Never Thunderbolt, so it's either Draining Kiss or Mystical Fire. I think we switch in Bolton here. And then Psychic Fangs twice. Special attack, that's fine. Psychic Fangs. That's really annoying. Draining Kiss. I forgot about Draining Kiss HP gain. So we're at 26%. Wild Charge does 54. But it's above that because of Draining Kiss. Way above. Really, really, really annoying. Now it's random move again. If I had done Wild Charge there, we probably would have died. Okay, we're in a really tough spot now. Okay, it's random between Draining Kiss, Ice Beam, or Mystical Fire. Okay, what is Nidoking at? 25? If it is Draining Kiss or Mystical Fire, we win. If it is Ice Beam, we lose Nidoking. But Boltund, who is at 23 HP, there is a 62% chance that we do not get Ice Beam. If we go to Sharpedo, is at 82 HP. We did not keep Poison Fang on Sharpedo. There's no point to go to Sharpedo. It can't do anything. It can't do enough damage. I think we have to risk a Nidoking here. It's pretty much our only play. Just hope for no Ice Beam. Alright. Good luck, Nidoking. Please no Ice Beam. Okay, I think we're out. I think we're out. No crit. Poison doesn't matter. It doesn't take damage. Poison Jab should always kill. Please. Oh my gosh. Nidoking, you're our savior. We can go to the next town now. To Verdant Turf and heal. That was very, very close. We didn't lose anybody. That was very much closer than it should have been, mostly because we didn't have a way around Sandaconda Sand Spit. Okay. So, I am going to look at the map again, or I think we're safe to go back into the cave and check out the other exit through here. I don't know what's over here. Route 116. I think there's an item on the ground here. Yeah, we found some wise glasses. Talk to this guy. Let's us keep the wise glasses. Wait, okay, so there is a rock smash here in Rust Turf, so why is there no rock smash table? That's weird to me. But now that we are in Verdant Turf Town, we can get another encounter. There's some grass that we can go into. So we already have Weepinbell and Nidorino dupes. So that leaves us Shroomish, Breloom, Flaffy we do not want. We don't want another electric type. Foongus, Roselia, Nidorina, Mudbray, Phanpy, Foongus again, or Petalil. So because we don't want another electric type, we will lead with Weepinbell again. If it's another grass type, I think that's good for us because we only have 2 in the box. But we also we have 3 electric types. We would want another ground type, preferably, is what we would want to see. But that's not very likely with the encounter table. It's only a 10, 20, 30% chance for another ground type. So the grass is right here. Held items, wise glasses, wide lens to tired. Alright, turn off the repellent. Let's see what we get. Oh my god, are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. We got the other one. We got Nidorina. We have Nidorino and Nidoking. Okay. Sleep powder. Throw Pokeball. It woke up immediately again. Please get in the ball. Thank you. Alright, we named Nidoking Vehemence, so we need to name Nidorina something equally as intense. How about, what are we feeling? What should we name our Nidorina? I think we name her Judgment. Like a queen judging judgment. And then we have to go check on her. It's really interesting that we got both. And it is technically another ground type once it evolves. Did I misspell it? Is Judgment... Judgment doesn't have two E's, does it? Modest. They both have modest natures. That's crazy. And they both have Poison Point. Looking at her stats. Okay, 0 attack is fine. 23 HP, 13 special attack, 22 speed. Defenses aren't great, but otherwise I can't really complain. We are gonna move her. Alright. Next we need to check Nidorina, who actually does benefit from the modest moveset. Did we miss out on anything? Kind of, yes. Because it's a Nidorina, we miss out on the Earth Power until level 34. Because the level cap is level 32 right now. But she gets Sludge Bomb and evolves with a Moonstone. Yeah, unfortunately they both missed out on Sheer Force, which really unfortunate. We don't have a Moonstone because we used it on Nidorino, but we should be able to buy one once we get to Mauville, which is the next town over. But for now, we can level her up. Mud Slap over Tail Whip, I suppose. Sludge Bomb over Sludge. We want to give her Earth Power, because Nidoqueen would learn it at 37, and she learns it at 34. So we want to get her to level 34. first. And then Nidoqueen also gets all 3 of Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, if we want to remember a move. But I don't think we have any heart scales right now. So for now, she goes back in the box. Very interesting to have. Kind of a repeat, but also different for Nidoking. I'm pretty sure Judgment is spelled with only one E, so I'm going to fix that really quick. Change nickname. Alright, there we go. That looks better. I don't think there was any trade Pokemon in Verdant Turf. I didn't look it up or anything, but mostly sure. Alright, let's look at the item locations. I'm just looking to see if any items are in Verdant Turf. Verdant Turf Town. I don't see it anywhere in here. Do we have the Sludge Bomb TM? It says an NPC in Dewford gives it to you. I'll have to check that. Rock Tomb we have. We have Swagger. Okay, this is a little bit hard to see, but it's the only way I can see all of the words. Alright, no item in Verdant Turf. I don't think there's any Mega Stones. Once again, hard to see, but okay. I have to zoom in a little bit. Everything requires 3 badges. Battle Tent, protective pads, okay. I think that's the only thing. And then I have to check if we have Sludge Bomb. Where's the TMs? We do not have Sludge Bomb, so we need to go back to Dewford Town Hall and get Sludge Bomb. But we'll do that in a minute. Alright, go in here. Probably this lady, right? Yep. Very nice. And now we have to go back to Dewford. Apologies, but I don't want to miss out on any TMs. Aw, crap. Okay, there is Arena Trap. Yeah. Razor Shell should kill this. I need to turn the repel back on. That was briefly scary, but then I realized we're double its level. Alright, getting back to Dewford, trying to get there as quickly as possible. I'm not really sure where Dewford Town Hall is. Should be able to find it pretty easily. Alright, go to Dewford. So where's... what is this? Dewford Hall. So in here, someone gives it to us. Maybe purple hair over here? No. This guy? No. The kid? Probably not. No. The old man? No. You? No. Who gives it to me? It said Dewford Town Hall. Maybe I have to say something else. Alright, I'm confused. Where's the TM sludge bomb? I have to refresh the page because something went wrong. Alright, come on. Sludge bomb, sludge bomb. Dewford Town Hall. When? I mean, like, what do you have to do? This is the town hall and no one wants to give it to me. Do you have to give them something? It says Dewford Hall. Maybe that's not the building? I don't know why it wouldn't be. I'm confused. Maybe you can't get it until later? Did I talk to everyone, right? I just don't understand. Okay, well, I guess we can't get Sludge Bomb right now, so that was a waste of time. Apologies. Now we have to get back to Verdant Turf. If I can stop running into random doors. There we go, we're back. I don't think anyone in Verdant Turf gives you anything. So let's look over this way. Route 117, there's another battle over there. So we'll need to prepare for that. But I think we have done enough for this stream. We've beaten a lot of trainers. We've gotten to the next town. We got another Pokemon. So I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, join us for the next installment next time. Thank you for watching.